and welcome to Bad Dog Comedy TV. It's live comedy on YouTube, and you're watching the Fandom Show, hosted by Steph, Malek, and Kyah Green. Now give it up in the chat for the aforementioned hosts, Steph, Malek, and Kyah Green.
Yay! We're aforementioned!
He mentioned us and then didn't want to say our names a second time.
A four!
Yes. Hey everyone, welcome to the Fandom Show, the show where we talk to our favorites about their favorites. I'm one of your hosts, Stephanie Malek.
And I am your other host, aforementioned, Kyah Green. Welcome to the Fandom Show. Steph, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You excited?
I am excited. This show so far has either touched directly on or been the start of several fandoms for me now. So yeah. I'm having a great time.
This show can't go on for too long or you're going to be broke and just...
I'm going to run out of t-shirts to wear.
You're going to run out of space for t-shirts. But that's okay, because today we have a whole new fandom to talk about. It is the one, the only, the most magical place on earth, Disney parks. Woo! Yay! Originally dreamed up by Walt Disney himself. Whoa. The first park was erected in 1971. Now Disney boasts 12 parks worldwide, one of which, Disney World, is one of the biggest man-made attractions on the planet. Wow. Facts. Full of rides, both inspiring and inspired by your favorite Disney properties, the parks are also a remarkable example of design and engineering, even giving their employees, the high-level ones anyway, a new name, Imagineers. Ooh, see what they did there? It's Imagination Engineer. Anyway, from the fantastical world above ground to the mysterious behind the scenes, Disney parks are the place where dreams come true. And on that note, before we introduce our wonderful, wonderful guest today, if you want to make Bad Dog's dream come true, you also see what I did there. We would ask you to consider buying a virtual ticket to this show. This show is going to open your mind to many wonderful things about the wonderful world of Disney, including maybe some cool facts and tips that'll save you money at the parks. Maybe not. We can't guarantee that. But
we don't know.
If you imagine that's what's going to happen, spend some of that money making sure Bad Dog can keep doing excellent programming, like the excellent programming that you are about to see right now. So please go to Bad Dog Theater / The Fandom Show and donate some money. Yeah.
Without further ado, I am thrilled to introduce our guest. He is a Canadian Comedy Award-winning performer, writer, and director.
Wow.
On stage, he originated the role of Swan/Chief in the world premiere of Trey Parker's Cannibal the Musical. No, it was great. He was very proudly in the ensemble for the workshop production of Jason Roberts Brown's Tony Award-winning musical Parade, directed by Harold Prince. He's also worked as a puppeteer for the Canadian Opera Company, as a clown for Canadian Stage, Zero Gravity Circus, and with a terrific amount of unsuccess and irony, at a comedy club called Clowns in Quezon City in the Philippines. Mark is also co-host of We Like Theme Parks podcast, as well as Sunday night's main event on TSN Radio. There's so many more wonderful things I could say about Mark. We've performed with him for our Buffy musical. We adore him. He's also DJ'd many a great party.
Rockstar DJ.
Please welcome the incredible Mark Andrada.
Oh, real sound. We wrote it into existence.
I have too many fandoms. That intro was like mostly fandoms.
I don't think that it's possible to have too many fandoms unless you're Steph in 3 years when we're done with this show and she knows all of them. Then I worry for her. But besides that, you are clean and free. You have enough fandoms.
I'm gonna do my best to not get into BTS. That's my plan.
No, Mark, you have to go back and watch the episode with Anne.
I've seen it. I enjoy BTS's music. I'm not going to learn their names. That's my plan.
Hot take here. You know what? Let's quote this down, because next time we do another BTS episode, this will be a hot take.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Anyway, we're here.
Anne's gonna hit me.
Yes, no question. Anyway, we're not here for your eventual feud with Anne. We are in fact here for your fandom, the thing you love, which is Disney parks. So if you're ready for a couple of questions, I think it's time for Tell Us
Everything.
I love BTS was in that shot.
Yeah.
It's from every one of our fandoms this season is that shot. That bumper was
There's
made by Sean Murray.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's just so many of them that they take up so much of the picture. You know?
Yeah, they were half the photo is BTS.
Yeah. 100%. Okay, but
Okay, welcome to the episode BTS.
Yes.
Mark, question number 1. How did you first get into Disney theme parks?
I guess the first time I went to a Disney theme park was Disneyland in California. And it was on my way home from the Philippines. My mom and my aunt and I went to the Philippines. I can't remember what the event was, but we were there for something. And on our way home, we stopped in California to visit another aunt in California, and she took us to Disneyland. And that was it. Like, I got on... My mom had raised me, like, we went to theater all the time. Like, I remember seeing Babes in Toyland. Like, my mom took me out to concerts and theater a lot. And she always tells a story that I would spend a lot of time, like, looking up at the lights. And I just love like lighting design and scenic design, like that kind of stuff really just does it for me. So getting on Pirates of the Caribbean for the first time and like dropping and being immersed in that environment was mind blowing for me. I think I was maybe 7 years old and it like wrecked my brain. Like I was in the theater, like I wasn't sitting watching it. I was immersed, and that changed everything. And on that trip, I got a little book that had all the pictures of like Epcot. It was I was in California, but the book was from Florida, and I just looked through that book every day for years.
Oh.
I still have it, so like
it's like such a classic Disney story, you
I
know?
love it.
Just
I was just the right age, I think. Like it was just the right time, because I know like there are kids that grow up going to Disney and it's like, yeah, Disney, no big deal. It's like, yeah, you've lived it your whole life.
It's a big deal.
It was just, it happened to be the right set of circumstances where I like grew into it in a nice way.
Oh, that's great. And now you've been to a number of Disney parks, right?
I've been to 3 resorts. Yeah.
Oh,
I've been to California, Florida, and Japan.
That's so awesome. Okay, so of the Disney parks, it doesn't just need to be the ones you've been to if you have preferences on other ones that you haven't been to, but which is your favorite of all of the Disney parks, do you think? Like is Florida better than California? Do you have opinions on this?
I do. People are gonna get like might get weird with me because I like Disneyland better than Disney World. Even though the world is much bigger. And some people are like, "What? You're crazy." Disneyland's the original. So I mean, I have a real soft spot for it because it's the first park I went to. But my favorite park is Tokyo Disney Sea, hands down. Like it's not even close.
What makes it your favorite park?
The design. The design of this park is unreal. You walk into it and there's a volcano like right in the middle of the park, and every land is immersive. So as you can go inside the volcano, and that is sort of like a Jules Verne themed land. And that's where 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Journey to the Center of the Earth are in there.
Cool.
And so when you're inside the volcano, you cannot see the rest of the park. Like you are just in this, like you were immersed in that environment. And when you come out the other side, out the back, there's a whole other land off to, if you're standing at the entrance to your right, there is like their version of Adventureland where the Indiana Jones ride is. But as you go through Adventureland, you end up finding a marketplace, and that's Agrabah. And as you twist and turn through the marketplace, it opens up into this beautiful vista where like the Sultan's castle is. I mean, it's wild. And then when you turn around, because of the way they built it, you can't see Adventureland anymore, and you can't see the volcano anymore.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
So there's like no overlap between the different lands. It's just like very strategic with your eye lines and stuff.
Yes, yeah. I mean, there is a bit of overlap like as it's happening, but for the most part, they do a really good job at like once you're in, you're in. Like to the left, if you're standing at the front of the park, looking into it, to your left, there's like 1920s New York. So once you get in, the buildings are arranged in such a way that you can't see the volcano anymore.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I thought I was only going to be there one day. When I was in Japan, I only scheduled 2 days for the Disney parks. One for Tokyo Disney Sea and one for Disneyland. And I did Disneyland, and that was fine. Like that felt like a greatest hits. Like Haunted Mansion is right next to like It's a Small World, and Alice in Wonderland's across the street. Like it's like okay,
the classic.
This is all
Bang,
we're
bang,
all
bang,
here.
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, play Freebird, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, exactly. But then I went to Tokyo Disney Sea, and I was maybe halfway through my day, and I was already convinced I was coming back. Like, I spent a whole second day there. Like, it's just, I can't say enough good things about that park. It's awesome.
Cool.
And the character meet and greets are so great. You don't have to line up for a million years. You don't have to go
Really?
into... Yeah, like, I was just walking along, and Stitch was there, so I took a picture with Stitch. And
That's
then
awesome.
Max, Goofy's son Max, was there, and I took a picture with Max. Like, just...
Wait,
and there's, like,
Goofy's
no... like,
son there. I've never seen him at a park.
oh, he's great.
That's so weird and cool. Okay,
Yeah.
this is not one of our written questions, but now I just want to ask because I'm excited. Okay, so you mentioned the like mascots, the characters walking around. Do you have a favorite that you like try to seek out?
I've never seen Darkwing Duck, and I feel like that would be like that sort of like one that I would love to get a picture with.
Does it
right.
exist?
Darkwing Duck is an option?
He exists. He's around. He pops out every so often, but I'm not sure what the schedule for him is.
Mike
but-
Oxymorons wants to know, sorry, Disney Sea or C, like the letter?
Funny thing. So I think when they were first creating the park, Tony Baxter, who's one of the Imagineers, I think he was the lead Imagineer on creating that park. They were looking to make a sequel to Disneyland, so they made Disney Sea. So SEA, like as in
Land
Oh,
and
got
sea.
it.
Land
Okay.
and Sea. And since then, they've sort of changed the meaning of sea, and it's quietly grown into this like secret part of the fandom, which is not so secret anymore now that Jungle Cruise is out. But it's the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. And so, yeah, so like all of the rides that have adventure in them, like Indiana Jones is in the Society, the people from Jungle Cruise, let's see, there's so many, Hotel Hightower, which is the Japanese version of the Tower of Terror. It takes place in a hotel, and there's nothing Twilight Zone-y about it in Japan, and it's a way better story, and it's another sea property. So they're like pushing sea forward slowly. At first it was just this sort of quiet thing that if you knew, you knew, but more and more people are figuring it out, and now you can buy merch with sea on it, and there are signs up at the park. But they don't tell you outright what it is, and you still have to sort of figure out like who's a member and whatever.
That's so fun. We've been talking for 10 minutes and there's already a secret society. I love this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my podcast mate Chris Bond loves it. He'll talk about it all day. He's like done some really like I love it, but Chris has like done some deep dives on it. Like he knows everything.
Oh my God, that's exciting. I'm gonna have to Google this later. Okay, so what's one thing that every time you go to Disney you have to do? Like, do you have like a checklist where you're like, if I don't do these things, I'm not at Disney?
Yeah, I always have Dole Whip for breakfast.
And Dole Whip is, sorry, for those who don't know, what is Dole Whip?
Yeah, Dole Whip is like a pineapple ice cream dessert. It's vegan. Yeah, I get a Dole Whip. It's like soft serve, pineapple soft serve is what it is.
Whoa.
And I get a Dole Whip float, so there's pineapple juice and then the pineapple soft serve on top. And I eat that while I'm in line waiting to get into the tiki room.
Oh my God, that's such a plan.
Yeah, I rope drop tiki room. I might be the only person that does that.
That's very funny.
So on the topic of the tiki room, I guess it's not technically a ride, but what is your favorite ride, and what do you think is the best ride if it's not your favorite ride?
Oh man, yeah, okay. That's tough. That's so hard because and we're only talking about the Disney parks, right? We're not talking about Universal.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
Disney.
just
Okay.
to make
No
it
Universal.
easier on you. Let's put you in a box here.
That does make it a bit easier. Rise of the Resistance is unreal. That's a mind-blowing experience.
And that is this new Star Wars one,
That's
correct?
the new
Just for
Star
anybody
Wars.
who's not aware.
Yeah, it's the new Star Wars ride. It's not the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run ride. It's not that one. It's the other one. The story of that ride is unreal. Like you're in a line, you don't know you're in a line. Like it's wild. Like the first thing that happens when you enter the ride is you go through like the Rebel base, and that's where the queue sort of is. And then you enter this sort of cave area, and there's a hologram of Rey, and actual BB-8 comes out and tells you about your mission.
Fun.
Yeah, and then the doors open, and you exit the cave into a courtyard where there is a spaceship transport waiting for you. your crew of people get on this transport, the doors close, and there's an animatronic on there, and you fly through space, and you're standing, you're not belted in. This is still part of the pre-show, technically.
What?
Yeah. And then you are in outer space, and the bad guys come and get you, and you get tractor beamed and pulled onto like a Death Star. And the doors that you came... So a cute little Disney trick, and it's like my favorite detail of this, is so when you enter to your right, like there are the doors you came in on, and to your left there's more doors. And that's really classic Disney Imagineering, right? Like they do that in Haunted Mansion, where you enter the stretching room through one door, a door on the opposite side of the room opens, you keep going. Well, in this, that door to your left is not functional. The door to your right reopens, and you're in a new environment.
Oh.
Like, they've moved that room somehow to another location.
What?
And the doors open, and now you are just, like, on a Death Star. And there are, I can't remember how many, I think there's 50 animatronic stormtroopers waiting for you there. And it's just, you're in outer space. And then you get put into lineups, and you get broken up into groups of 8. And those 8 people all get shoved into your own holding cells, where you get interrogated by Kylo Ren. And then Kylo Ren gets, there's a Kylo Ren,
You
like,
get interrogated?
yes, because you've been kidnapped, right? Like,
That's
they're
fabulous.
questioning you. They're like, we know you're part of the rebels, and he's up top, and then he goes away because he's got, so, obviously he's very busy.
Very
Kylo
busy
Ren,
man.
very
Of course.
busy all the time.
Things
He's got to
do.
cry a bit,
Yeah.
be angry.
And then you're rescued, and a hole gets cut in the wall, like it sparks up. And there's like a projection of a hole being cut, and the wall opens up, and the rebels have come to save you through like a garbage chute. So like you get into another vehicle that's being driven by a droid, which that droid is in The Mandalorian. And that's the ride. Now you're on the ride after all.
What?
That was not even, oh my God.
That's so much pre-ride.
How long is that pre-ride section? Like,
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I did it 3 times. It also depends on how long you're like in holding. Like how long you're in the line, like that short line when they're breaking you up to put you in the rooms. Wow. So that kind of depends. I want to say that I was there for maybe 15 minutes.
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Holy
time
moly.
flies too.
Mark, we don't have to hang out anymore. You're telling me everything I want to know from Worker Bee Supply.
Well, I mean, but we still have to get ice cream though, right?
Apparently you can get imitation Dole Whip in Toronto.
What? But is
It's
it the
actual Dole
same?
Whip, as far
It's
as
actual?
I know. I think it's actual Dole Whip, yeah. Like it's
What?
made by Dole, yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
dag.
There used to
Okay.
be a place in Kensington that sold it, but they closed down.
This is amazing. I wanted to try Dole Whip when I was there because I know it's so iconic, but I didn't know it was vegan, and I was too shy to ask if I could have it because I'm lactose intolerant. And I was just like, I've been to Disney, I think 3 times now, and I've never had Dole Whip, and I want it.
Wow. We need
So
to change
bad.
that for you.
Always Florida?
I went to California when I was 13. I don't remember much of it. And then the rest have all been Florida
Right.
because it's close and they have so many lands.
They do. The parks are so big.
Oh, I love it.
But California has Indiana Jones, and that ride, up until Rise of the Resistance, I think Indiana Jones was my favorite ride.
I did go on
cool.
that, and I remember it being so cool. Like getting off that ride with my dad. It was a rainy day, and it's inside for Indiana Jones. And I remember it was so cool. It was such a badass ride.
That's
Like,
awesome.
at the end of the ride, a boulder rolls at you. For goodness sakes! Like the first time I rode it, I was like losing my mind laughing. Anybody who's been on a ride with me knows that I laugh my way through most rides. Like,
Good way to do it.
especially the first time. Like roller coasters, I'm just giggling like while I'm going down drops. And during Indiana Jones, I was just like, "What? What?" I just kept saying out loud. And then and then you stop, and then there's an animatronic Indiana Jones hanging from a rope. He's like, "Turn your headlights on," and your headlights come on the vehicle, and there's just this boulder, just a real boulder rolling at you.
Ah,
What? Get out of here! You built this? This is insane.
that's so cool.
Imagine
Yeah, it's so
years.
beautiful. Yeah,
That's
and then to like
amazing.
watch like YouTube videos and find out how they do it is even more like super cool.
Did you watch the series on Disney Plus about all the Imagineers?
The one that just came out.
I think it came out
was
like
it
a
last
year
week or
ago.
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah,
there's a
yeah,
new
I've seen that
one.
too. There's a new one, yeah, and all the like the Disney park nerds are like making fun of it because it's
Aw.
like, Well, because it's like, it's for people who don't already like know or have never watched a single YouTube video about how anything's made. It's like, okay, well, the Jungle Cruise is a ride. Like, oh, thank you. There are animatronic elephants on the ride. Thank you. Yes, we know. Thank you.
Oh, very funny. Outside of the rides, because I know there's a lot of things to do outside of just the various different like actual rides. Because I know there's a lot of different shows and also like times of year, like Halloween, where there are different themes.
The villain,
which is how this T-shirt came to be. Do you have
Mark
any, like,
Andrada got me this shirt, so I just want to plug Mark Andrada's loveliness. He got me this.
For those of you who are listening to this in a podcast form, it's got a bunch of villains on it, and it looks pretty dope. Yeah. Do you have any favorite stuff outside of the rides, like whether it's a theme time of year, like Halloween, or any of those other things that you're like, yeah, must go see this show?
Yeah, Halloween's a great time for sure, especially in Disneyland because they do all the overlays in Disney in California.
Ooh, like what?
Like the Haunted Mansion turns into Haunted Mansion Holiday, so it turns into a Nightmare Before Christmas themed thing.
What?
And yeah, as you casually sip your Jack Skellington. Yeah, then that's like, as a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, like that was like going on that for the first time was the best. Like,
because Haunted Mansion's already the best.
Haunted Mansion's great, and then there's this animatronic Jack Skellington. Like as you go backwards out of the attic into the graveyard, he's there, like just sort of towering over you with his long, skinny arms.
That's neat. I've always wanted to see his like physicality in real life. That would be so cool.
Yeah, and the walkabout characters are pretty good too. Like the way they did his head with like, have you seen him with like he's got a prosthetic head and his jaw is real?
Oh, cool.
So like he's able to talk.
What?
Yeah,
that's smart.
Cool.
'Cause that's a hard character to nail down in real life.
yeah, right. Like because it's like, how are you can't make him a giant stuffy the way you do like Mickey or whoever.
Yeah.
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 You got to make him real skinny and real tall.
Yeah.
Damn, that's neat.
Yeah, super cool. So there's that, and in terms of just like year-round things, I love like I just love an animatronic show. Like like when Chuck E. Cheese was around, like in like 80s and early 90s Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese now is really like, I don't like what's happened. The fluorescent lights are up bright. Like the showroom is so bright. There's no like production value on this show. I don't mean to be that old man, but when I was a kid, you'd walk in there and it's pitch black and you know what I mean? Like, and there's
the room was
at the
so
stage.
dark where the
Yeah.
animatronics were.
Like it felt like a theater, like it felt like a show was going on, and now it's just like this bright fluorescent light. Who cares?
Chuck Charles Entertainment Cheese, if you're listening, Mark Andrada would like to come and fix this for you.
Oh, I would love to, but there's no way. I'm sure that some kid tripped or something, and they'll never turn the lights off again.
Disappointing. That
yeah.
kid ruined it for all of us.
But I love an animatronic show. So like Country Bears, brilliant. Tiki Room, I love the Tiki Room so much. And if I'm in Florida, for sure, there's no way I'm missing the Carousel of Progress. It's my favorite thing.
It is so good.
For those of us who don't know what that is, because they went to Disneyland when they were 6 and don't remember anything, what is that?
Well, it's a show that happens in the round. I can't remember what they call the theater, but you sit in a seat and the whole theater turns around the stage. So there's different different scenes that you get through.
What?
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's a Carousel of Progress. It just talks about like technology progressing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's super
Very
cool.
US focused.
Very US focused for sure. And the last scene is hilarious because it's like the grandma is like working the VR machine and like the microwave oven explodes. Like it's real. That last scene needs some work for sure. Like it needs to be updated.
Did it stop in the like 80s? Was that where it was like, and this is the future?
Progress.
Yeah, I think it's the 90s, but yeah, pretty much that's the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a hilarious show in itself. I remember just laughing, and a bunch of Americans who were very serious about it were not impressed that I was laughing as hard as I was.
And the song is so great.
Yeah,
the song that plays all the way through, it's a great time. Great
we'll
Big Beautiful Tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh.
You got it. This song is incredible.
Very fun.
Sherman Brothers. They're the same guys who wrote The Tiki Room. They're the same guys who wrote It's a Small World. I mean, the Winnie the Pooh theme song, which, by the way, did you hear about this? Winnie the Pooh coming to Broadway?
What?
What?
Winnie the Pooh, the musical, coming to Broadway this October. Starts previews in October. It's an all-puppet musical with the music, the original music of the Sherman Brothers.
Oh my gosh.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
If they don't have a song about how Eeyore is depressed, I will not watch it.
Maybe.
No, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
I mean, they do have the rain, rain, rain goes down, down, down. So is that anything?
Yeah, sure. I'll take that. Yeah. No, that sounds great.
So we talked earlier about Imagineers, the Disney park engineers, beautiful minds, and how brilliant they are in terms of their designing. Do you have a favorite design element of the park? Parks.
Yeah, I mean, I think I already like the Tokyo Disney Sea, the architecture of Tokyo Disney Sea is it for me. And then again, if I talk about Rise of the Resistance, the other nice thing about Rise of the Resistance that's just a cute little thing is that the ride is a trackless ride, so you don't really know where you're gonna go. Like,
oh, cool.
There's not like you can look at the front of the car and go, oh, the track's going to the left, we're gonna go that way. It's like, no, you just enter these environments where there's like, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so like the AT-ATs, is that what they're called? Like
AT-ATs.
AT-ATs, yeah.
AT-ATs, sure. There you go. See, I didn't even know.
We
It's
might
like
be
Harry
wrong.
Potter too. I don't love Harry Potter, but I love the parks.
Yeah, we're not hardcore on Star Wars either, so if not that we hate it, we don't hate it.
We don't hate it.
No one
we don't
hates
hate it. I just don't. It's not my like. It's not something
your
I
fandom.
obsess over.
Everybody's got their
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
what the
But
whole
that
show's
ride is unreal. My God.
Yeah. Oh, cool. How do they do the like trackless thing? I've wondered about that.
GPS pucks.
What?
Yeah. There's little pucks. They're following little pucks in the ground.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, they tricked
Yeah.
us.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Another thing on the design thing, do you know much more, because I love this part of Disneyland, about like the underground part of Disneyland and like the things you're not supposed to see?
Yeah. The utilidors or whatever. You can do
Yeah.
a tour of them.
You can?
You can absolutely do a tour. I did a tour. I did a short tour because the other tour, the one that took you into the utilidors or whatever, was sold out, which was very disappointing for me. But I did a different tour that took me backstage in the Haunted Mansion. So I was under the track. You know, if you've been on Haunted Mansion, like, you know, the ballroom scene?
Yes.
I was in the ballroom scene. Like, the
So-
track was above me, and I was underneath where the Doom Buggies go in the ballroom, like looking
So-
at the animatronics.
For those of you who haven't been in the Haunted Mansion before, there is a ballroom scene that you might have actually seen in some movies and stuff before. It often ends up referenced in things where there's a bunch of ghosts, just like they're not projections, they're something else. I won't get into it because I only vaguely know how it works, but there's very convincing ghosts in this ballroom, like swinging on the chandeliers and stuff, and it's something to behold.
So would you have been a ghost?
No, you wouldn't have seen us, and it was before the park. Like, the ride was operating, but there were no guests on the ride.
All right. But in theory, based on where you were, you could have maybe been a ghost.
I could have maybe been a ghost if I had like gotten close to like the grandma in the corner.
That's so cool.
That's very
Who is my
very neat.
favorite? That's my favorite person in that Haunted Mansion. The old woman sitting in the rocking chair in the corner.
That's very
Who's
fun.
my favorite character? Oh, I have to think on this. I friggin' love that ride so much.
It's a good ride.
Okay, I'm gonna switch completely because I could talk
Okay.
about Haunted Mansion forever. Character dining, yes or no?
For me, no. I'm not like I'm not keen on meeting any characters. Like I will never like I won't wait for a meet and greet. There's something about that feels weird to me. Also because a lot of the times when I go to the park, I go alone. So it's just kind of like there's just this lone man. You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do?
Waiting
like,
to meet Mary Poppins. You're just like,
you know,
hello.
hey Ariel, take a picture of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like none of that feels good. So I don't.
Very legitimate.
Yeah.
It's good
And
to
what am
have
I supposed to say to
self-awareness.
these people, right? Like I'm gonna say something like I'm like, "Hi Mickey, nice to meet you." This is weird.
I know you're
So-
an actor.
But they're in character.
How's
Yeah.
your day really going?
They're really in character.
I know, and I'm missing out too because like I'll do the line to meet Mickey, but then I'll bail right before I meet Mickey because I think the line is super cool. But then I'm like, I don't actually want to
Oh,
like
Wait,
do this.
what's cool about the line?
They just put you through an environment, right? Like it's all the like most of the lines at Disney are like they're entertaining you the whole time. So there's like, you know, you're going through Mickey's Studios.
Oh my gosh, I did that. I just remembered that I did that. I was 6, but I totally went through Mickey's Studios.
Yeah.
He's the only one I met. We didn't bother with anybody else, but I really wanted to meet Mickey.
I hear the Frozen one is stunning too, and Belle as well, to like meet Belle. Cool. Apparently is super cool.
I remember hearing that Gaston was really fun, so I made a point my last time there. I was like, I have to meet Gaston because I hear he's like a snarky little shit. And he is, and it's great. It is so entertaining. I was that weirdo who was there by myself and like stood in line to meet Aladdin. I was like, it's Aladdin. Like I went hunting for him. It was a little weird. And character dining, I again did it alone because I wanted to do it. And the one where they have all the Winnie the Pooh characters. And I will never forget. I was sitting there and I was just like, it's like a buffet by myself. And I look up and Eeyore sat down across from me and just went,
that's awesome,
in front of me and just put his little face down and looked sad. And I was like, oh, this is the greatest moment.
That's so sweet.
Check it out if you're back in Florida. Go to the one that has all the Winnie the Pooh characters because it's real cute.
All right. Yeah.
Then you just have dinner with Eeyore and you can just be like, yeah, how's your day?
I'm not against like, and that's what I think what I liked about Japan was that like, you just sort of stumbled upon them and then you were there and then like there was a cast member there who's willing to take your picture. So like it all happens super fast. I think it's when I have too much time to think about what I'm doing that I'm just like, I gotta go.
It's just like, it's me and that's probably a 17-year-old and they're sweaty and
I feel
outfit's
weird.
been worn by 6 people in the last day.
I
It's
don't know.
fine.
I don't like it. There's families who want to take their picture. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a lone man, and there's like a group of children behind me that want to take their picture with Mickey. Like, and I'm
you're like,
taking
no.
the spot. Yeah,
Wait
no,
your turn.
Okay.
Okay, we only have time for like another question or two, but I really want to know. There are a lot of like urban legends around Disneyland. Like for instance, like there are real human bones in the pirate ride and stuff like that.
The pirate ride.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah. At least in Disneyland, I believe is that rumor is. Do you know any of those rumors? Do you like those rumors, or are you like, nah, get out of here? It's the most beautiful place on earth.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear about that. The one you're talking about specifically, that when it first opened, there were human bones. I don't know if they're still there, but when
they say they've replaced them.
Yeah, I think
they have to say that.
There's also a thing that like there are a startling number of people that try to get their ashes spread or left in Haunted Mansion.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Which is like, oh, it's disturbing.
Do they have to go through and do an ash sweep every day?
I have no idea how often they do the sweep. I imagine that they do. My Miriam Kenley, who's hosts the podcast. We Like Theme Parks.
Oh, hi, Miriam.
Yeah, there you go.
Neat. Okay,
On the
so
headboard.
apparently on the headboard, those ones are still real. Oh, Miriam, see?
Spooky bones.
See, I'm not making this up. There are still spooky bones in there.
Spooky bones.
Human remains.
So cool.
Yeah. And the other ones that are still real are inside of Johnny Depp.
Real human bones. I know it's hard to
Yeah.
believe.
Because he... it's a ship horn. You get it? Anyway, yeah, Johnny Depp did like show up in that ride for real, didn't he?
Yep.
What
Walked
a weird
around the
move.
ride.
Just like, I'm here.
Live your life, Johnny Depp. Follow your heart.
Live your life, Johnny Depp. Simultaneously, I'm like, that's magical, and also, did you not have another thing to do?
I heard The Rock also jumped on the Jungle Cruise a couple times.
I
don't
would
know if
die.
That's real. I haven't seen
I
footage
would
of it,
die.
but somebody told me that The Rock jumped on, and I was like, wow.
Oh my god. I would lose
Commit
my
to the
mind.
bit, The Rock.
Yeah, no
he
kidding.
would. He would. He's so great.
Oh, fabulous.
The Rock.
Well, yeah, I could keep asking you a million questions. I have so many questions. Of course, this space is supposed to be sort of a positive space for nerds. But I do feel like I need to warn you before we continue that we have had like a little tiny bit of a troll problem. It's not like a fun troll. He's just some guy on the internet, but he keeps getting into the stream and asking our guests trivia questions and challenge.
Well.
help but overhear y'all talking about Disney theme parks, huh?
Hello,
Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Oh, I'm a bit of a Disney fan myself. What are y'all talking about over here?
We're just talking about the human bones and the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and Johnny Depp showing up.
Yeah.
Like among other things.
I like to show up a few times a year and scatter some myself. You know, keep the spirit alive going. Only real fans do it. It's a tradition from the
Scatter some what?
What? Don't worry about it. Just, you know, I like to think I'm part of the Disney park. You know, really keeping the magic alive.
Are they your bones? Like, do you take file a bone out and?
Legally, I've been told not to get into details.
Okay, fair. So sorry.
But I mean, it sounds like I couldn't help over here. Sounds like y'all are huge Disney fans. Sure, you know a lot about it all.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Oh,
What's the right answer here? I don't know what the right answer is.
Oh, is there a right answer? Only
Listen,
true Disney heads would.
I'm terrible at trivia. What's this gonna? I'm terrified of what's happening.
Oh. See, this is what we call a fake fan here.
Can you stop, Gatekeeper,
Okay,
please?
well, it's just some simple stuff like, look, why don't we all love films. Disney's known for films. Why don't the three of you tell me the first film based off an attraction from a Disney park?
The first
I don't think-
film based off of an attraction?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but I know I'm wrong.
I want
think
to say
it's Pirates of the
I want
Caribbean.
to say Pirates as well. Yeah.
Try the third film.
What? What
So
came
there
before?
were
it's the
other
third
things
film.
before that.
Yeah. I mean, we got a second place answer in the chat. Country Bears was the second one.
Oh yeah,
Based
right.
off the Country Bear Jamboree, of course.
I forgot
And
that-
What?
that, to be
It's not-
fair, Country Bear was the first theatrical film, but in 1997, a made-for-TV movie called
Come on.
Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror,
was
sure.
released.
Oh, made-for-TV movies aren't the
so-
same as movies.
I never specified you had to have a $25 popcorn, did I?
Gatekeeper, your gate sucks.
Is that the one with Steve Guttenberg?
I'm not going to pretend like I've ever seen it, but yes, it is. Steve Guttenberg, Kirsten Dunst,
Yes,
Direct-
yes, I have seen
directed by DJ McHale, whoever
All
that
right.
may be.
Okay,
Yeah,
come on, you can
DJ
do better
it's
than that, Gatekeeper.
Okay.
Joel's
well,
brother.
If we wanted to get into snack food and stuff, what popular snack food is banned from all Disney parks? Not sold in any single Disney park.
Oh, I have a theory.
I know what this is, I think.
Oh, I don't know what it is at
It's
all.
a gum?
It is gum.
Oh, yeah, gum.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes
Lucky guess over there.
Don't worry, we got your back, Mark.
Thank you so much.
We're here for you.
And
We get all sticky and stuff.
Yeah, you have to get it off of everything.
I
Oh,
heard
it's a
y'all
nightmare.
talking about urban legends and stuff, and there's a very specific urban legend related to Tokyo Disneyland. Can you tell me what it is? It's a bit of a warning before you go there.
I don't know. Is it the walkthrough attraction underneath the castle?
No, but that is a popular dealio. Yeah, I definitely know about that.
Yeah, you seem a lot like you know about that. You definitely
yeah.
seem like you're
No,
not just
people
reading
love
off
that.
Wikipedia right now.
I'm not. I'm reading off a notepad.
So
Wait a second.
much more legitimate.
It's the urban legend, the myth, if you will, is that any couple that goes on their first date to Disneyland is destined for heartbreak, unless they kiss right at midnight as the fireworks go off.
Wait, who started this?
Midnight?
This
Yeah,
seems
dude,
like
you
a
made this-
very
Yeah, how are you
specific
there
set
at
of
midnight? Like,
conditions.
only some parks are open until midnight and for very
Apparently,
specific
it
reasons.
is in Tokyo.
Also, that's a very expensive first date. Is it
Yeah.
just me?
That's
cheap?
To be honest, that's probably why it's cursed to fail. I mean, you're spending a lot of money on a date that involves a lot of standing around.
No.
It's a bit of a commitment, but
I don't know. It's a great time to talk and get to know each other. You're
that's,
right.
you know what? Fair point. Okay, I'll leave you on this. Since 1971, up until the recent pandemic, how many times has Disney World closed?
Oh, I think is it twice? Disney World's closed twice.
I feel like that.
Wait.
Including the pandemic?
Before the pandemic.
Once.
The most recent one was 2017.
I'm gonna go with once.
0?
7 times.
7
7?
times.
Why?
5 of them. Nope. 6 of them were due to hurricanes.
Okay, hold on.
And
Gatekeeper.
the last one was 9/11.
Gatekeeper.
So,
I
there you
gotta
go.
ask here. You're doing a
Yeah.
lot of clicking and a lot of looking down at a screen.
Yeah.
Are you actually a Disney Parks fan?
How
How many times have you been to Disney Parks? What is your favorite ride in Florida?
My favorite ride in Florida is the
You're a big fan.
the-
You should know this.
No,
already.
no, I love the frozen log flume. Yeah, it's a new one. You probably wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, it's
really.
in Epcot in the Norway section, which has basically been rebranded into Frozen.
Also, a
Wait, did I
log
get it
flume
right?
frozen wouldn't even have a flume.
Yeah, it would just be ice. It would be a slide.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard you talking 42 minutes ago, I just wanted someone to chat with. It's really lonely here, being a gatekeeper.
Oh,
Okay. You don't have to do this, man. People can just be fans of things without memorizing facts.
But if I show I'm the most fan, people will respect me.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
but
not...
you know what would fix this? I think we should send you to Disneyland, and you should go on It's a Small World After All.
Can you tell me when that was created?
World of laughter,
I don't-
a world of cheer.
No, this is too wholesome. I gotta go. Bye.
We did it!
Ba, 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 ba.
Chased away the gatekeeper!
Stayed on track.
Yay!
We did it.
I love
We
that
broke his
graphic.
Spirit. That's Sean Murray.
Sean
All
Murray.
Sean Murray.
That's awesome.
Oh, well, gatekeepers suck, and the best way to defeat them is to hurt their feelings by telling them that they are just pushing people away.
I mean, I really think the best way to defeat them is with unbridled love.
That's what this show's about.
Yeah.
All right, we are going into our third section. This is our final segment of sorts, and this one is called Fandom Finds. So, for this section, what we've done is we have gone on the internet, we've scoured the message boards to find some online hot takes about Disney parks. These are unpopular opinions for the most part. Some are popular about different parts of the Disney parks, and we will ask for your reaction to them, Mark. So, number 1, this is from Paper Planed from Reddit. Children under 4 shouldn't be brought to Disney.
I can see what they're saying. But I mean, the Disney parks are for everybody. They're for families. They're for, you know what I mean? Like, they're for like lone travelers like you and I, or Steph. Or they're for like, you know, parents to bring little kids or grandparents to bring kids. Like, I don't know. I don't think there should be an age restriction. Having said that, I won't bring my own child to Disney until they're like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think that's
You
the
gotta
right age.
appreciate this.
I didn't even remember until you just said Mickey that they had met Mickey Mouse.
I mean, actually, fun fact about me, though, is some of my earliest memories that I actually have are from Disneyland. Like, I started remembering things around that trip.
Oh, Disney made your brain.
Yeah, Disney made my brain. This is why I'm like this. Yeah, but I agree in that I feel like that it's the antithesis of Disneyland to be like, it's the most magical place on earth, not you, everyone else, you know?
Yeah,
So,
get out of
I
here.
get behind
Get these
that.
little kids out of here. But having said that, though, some of the most fun I've had at Disney World was at that Villains event. And I don't think it was restricted in age at all, but it was late at night, so there were no kids around. But there was nobody around. Like, I got on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We got on that in like 10, 15 minutes. And that's normally a 90-minute wait. Like, most of the rides were just walk-on.
Well,
That's
is it because
great.
people were engaging with like the street content and like stuff going on around the park?
It was limited ticketing. So
Oh.
there were moments where we were looking around and there was nobody else.
Oh, that's
Also,
my
the
dream.
Dream.
Yeah. Also, the neat thing, free ice cream bars all night.
What?
Well,
Yeah,
this sounds
there's
like the
just,
best
like,
way to experience this.
Yeah, there's just stations around where you can grab an ice cream bar and a bottle of water for free.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I love
Yeah,
this.
great.
So fun.
Okay. Take number 2. This is from the news that came out like today or yesterday about
was
these
today.
magic key passes, which is this new type of annual pass.
Mm-hmm.
The magic key passes are the best news I've gotten today. Do you feel positive about them? Do you feel negative about them? Do you not know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I think that people are really, especially like people who live close to those parks, close to Disneyland specifically, like I think they're really relieved because they canceled the annual passes and there was no talk of what was going to replace them at all. And I know Miriam, who's in the chat, like Miriam, I think is relieved and excited to get one of those as soon as she can. And I was looking at them and I'm thinking about getting the Enchant Pass.
What's the Enchant Pass?
Yeah.
There's different levels of them. So the Enchant Pass is like the blackout dates. So these blackout dates, some of these blackout dates are wild. Like every weekend in October. Nope. I was like,
What?
dang, okay.
I thought the whole park is Halloween.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. No. But you could go Friday. You could still enjoy all the Halloween decorations and stuff, just not on a Saturday or Sunday with that
Right.
pass. And you can reserve up to 4 days with that pass. The pass
Cool.
up from there is 6 days, and the pass up from that one is 6 days, but no restrictions. There's no blackout dates. Yeah, there's Miriam in the chat. Miriam's very excited, and they look pretty great.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
they do look.
That's
They
great.
do look pretty great, and I love that they're like different, affordable options because my annual pass that I have is for Florida, and that was like pretty pricey, and it was. I'll tell you, it was the worst pandemic buy.
Oh no.
The worst pandemic purchase because I was there. I flew back to Toronto. I got back on the Tuesday, and on the Thursday after I got back was when the NBA shut down because of COVID. And that
man.
NBA shutting down is my benchmark of like when the pandemic like became really real.
Yeah.
So I have this annual pass that's just been burning a hole in my wallet. The
Oh, no.
dumbest thing I've purchased in my life.
Will they reimburse you? Is there anything they'll do for you?
No, that ship has sailed. I could have gotten a refund like if I had done it right away.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know, and they extended my pass the amount of days that they were closed. So my pass will be done soon-ish. Like I think in like another 2 or 3 weeks, my pass is going to be up.
Go now,
I
go
keep
now.
meaning to
No,
call
don't
them.
go to Florida.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
go to
now's
Florida
not the
now.
time. I keep meaning to call them and tell them like our border wasn't even open until recently. There's got to be something, but
Yeah.
I think
but
that's
I haven't
very
haven't
fair.
actually done the work to call. So I should
Do it. You
get
could
on
get a
that.
magic key, maybe.
Yeah, switch it to
know.
California.
Oh,
Could be.
Significantly cheaper. My goodness.
a smaller park. Yes.
Yeah, there's
Or
only,
just-
yeah, there's just smaller and there's 2 of them instead of the 4 or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Hot take number 3. This is a bit of a lengthy one, so bear with me. While Paris Pirates handily wins the award for Best Standard Pirates, and Anaheim's no doubt reigns as the most important and influential,
No doubt.
there is no doubting that Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure is objectively the best ride of the 3 and easily the best ride of the 5 and easily the best ride in Disney's global roster. This is from CoasterKings.com.
Serious.
Okay. Well, they must have written that before Rise of the Resistance happened.
Oh.
Because I mean, I would give it to them pre Rise of the Resistance, the ride through video. Obviously, I haven't been to that park.
Yeah.
But that ride is the best. It looks like the best Pirates ride. Like
watch that.
it's wild.
Yeah, I went and looked up a video for that because I really like the Pirates ride. It's one of the first memories I have of Disneyland as well. So much so that when I watched the movie, I was like, the wine's going through his ribs. It happens in the ride. So I had to go look this up, and it looks wild. Like the part where you go underwater looks wild.
Yeah. And the whole ending when the boat explodes and you are going backwards, and then you go backwards and down, like at the end of the ride.
It looks
Yeah,
so cool.
It's unbelievable.
If you don't picture yourself ever getting to Disneyland's across the world, you can look up the ride footage, and if you're into this stuff, highly recommend doing that. I'm sure it also doesn't like undermine actually seeing it in real life and doing it in real life, but oh man, some of these ride-through footages. Some of these videos are great.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of those, and I have very strong feelings about those ride-through videos and about Broadway bootlegs. Very strong feelings about them because they take those Broadway bootlegs down all the time. And I'm like, why? Why are you
That's
doing
just going to
that?
make me want to see the show more because I'll know what I'm getting into. And
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, think of the kids. Think of the kids that love
What is
musical
the
theater.
children?
That are all spread out all over, North America, and like they just can't make it to New York. And they just want to see Kinky Boots, or they want to see Hamilton, or they want to see, well, I mean, Hamilton you can watch on Disney Plus, but like,
Or Wicked,
whatever it
or
is.
Waitress, or
Yeah.
whatever.
or they want to see every Hedwig. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they want to see Neil Patrick Harris's Hedwig. They want to, all of the different Hedwigs. They want to see them all. Like, just let us have it.
Let 'em.
It's not going to stop anybody from going. It only makes me want to go more. Seeing that Pirates ride in Shanghai only makes me want to go to Shanghai 10 billion times more.
Right?
Seeing it is very different than experiencing it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never would have wanted to go to Disneyland Shanghai until I saw that, and now I'm like, I kind of do want to go now.
Yeah.
I want to experience it.
All right. I apologize to Connor Lowe. We're skipping ahead because we're having too much fun on our questions, so we're not working through them. Okay, do you want to do the next one?
Oh, yeah, okay. Here we go. You're going to like this, Mark. Disney Sea is overrated, not foreign friendly. Everything is in Japanese. That's from a review from Richland22 on TripAdvisor.
Get out of here. You're in Japan, you idiot. I told a lady off. I went to the Robot Cafe in Japan. If you've, do you know what this is? The Robot Cafe?
I've heard of
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Yeah, it's like if like Blue Man Group like ate a Power Ranger and then like had a mushroom trip at Caravana. Like that's what this and then medieval times showed up. Like that's what this thing is. It's a nonsense time. It's
Wait, this is not part of
Astounding.
Disneyland, right? It's a
no,
whole
this
other
is its
thing.
whole other thing.
It's
And
just
there was
being
this-
clear.
Just Japan.
Yeah, there was this woman there screaming at the ticketing agent, like, because she didn't speak English. And she was like, I hate it when people don't understand me. And I was like, are you for real right now? You know you're in another country, right?
Oh my
Like,
God.
I just like leaned over and I said, you know you're in Japan, right? Like,
You know,
you're
like, it's their place.
It's not for
Yeah.
you.
They get to
like, just-
speak what they want.
not- yeah, you relax. Anyway, not foreign friendly. First of all,
Wow.
I disagree. I disagree on the foreign friendly. Everybody was super helpful. A lot of things are in English and Japanese. So, if you're getting lost, that's on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to eat something that you don't know what it is because the English translation is right underneath it. And getting to the park. So my second day at the park, I decided to take a different route. I took a bus instead of the train. And I couldn't find the right bus. Like I needed to get on a connecting bus. And this sweet old man could tell that I was lost. And I'm looking at my phone trying to figure it out. And he comes up to me and he can't speak English and I can't speak Japanese. But the two of us are looking at my phone and he's like, takes me by the arm and leads me to the bus stop I'm supposed to go to. Is like the sweetest guy. And I was like, man, I love it here. It's so nice. He didn't have to stop and do that,
Oh, that's so great. Everyone should travel. There's magical
Yes.
moments that happen.
But be careful, everything is in Japanese.
Yeah, no matter where you go.
France, Japanese.
France, Japanese.
Oh,
Disney Shanghai,
dear.
Japanese.
Oh boy.
Also, it is a bit like I've been on Splash Mountain more times than I can even count. And to see Splash Mountain in Japanese was a trip for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh.
wild. Yeah, because they're all
Yeah,
the,
because it's very
all the characters
southern.
the characters are all speaking Japanese.
Oh
but
yeah.
then like
Weird.
laughing with like a southern kind of it's like, oh yeah, okay. here we are. Yeah. They also have a
Super
Country
bizarre.
Bears. It's great.
Oh, wild.
Yeah. I've got it on vinyl. I've got the Country Bears Jamboree in Japanese.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So good.
That is a collector's item right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so good.
That's very cool. Okay, here's another like slightly controversial one, and by slightly I mean I read through some really weird
this
comments.
is a toned down version.
Yeah. Remove the Hall of Presidents or don't waste our time. Twitter, JD Lovitz.
I don't get it. Remove the Hall of Presidents or don't waste our time?
Well, I think what I found a lot of way more offensive versions of this, but everybody seems to want the Hall of Presidents removed either because Trump is a criminal or because Hillary is a criminal, or sorry, Biden is a criminal. One of the
Because he
two.
stole the election.
And a lot of people have arguments against it for various different presidents are problematic and so on and so forth, and that it's out of date. Do you have feelings on this? And it's okay if you don't.
I don't have feelings on the politics of it. Really, I don't know enough. I think about like all the. I mean, like I think probably every. I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but like
Very fair.
I don't know. It's stunning. I'll tell you, the design is beautiful, and
Oh yeah.
to have that many animatronics, like if you can get past the politics, it's the same with the. Why am I blanking on the name of the American show in Epcot? The American Adventure. If you can get past the subject matter of like what they're saying, like the show is unreal. Like the show is so beautiful. There's so many animatronics. These stages are coming, like these sets are coming up and down on lifts. Like it's so pretty. If the politics aren't your thing, you know, just try to tune it out, I guess.
Enjoy the magic of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like if you're going to Disneyland, maybe just leave politics at the door. And I don't say that about many things, but just like it seems like a place where you're not going to have fun at all if you think about that too hard.
Yeah, I get it though. I get that it's like, you know, the Hall of Presidents is can be a touchy subject for people. Did you see when the Muppets were doing a show out of the top of the Hall of Presidents? That was
Wait, they
cool.
did?
Yeah, they had Muppets like up top, like doing
little
like
scamps.
little sketches. Yeah,
The Muppets make everything better.
Troublemakers, those
yeah,
Muppets.
right?
All right, this is another Reddit hot take. What is the point of Hollywood studios? That's from Liam Shadow.
What is the point of Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
Okay, the point of Hollywood Studios is Tower of Terror. The point of Hollywood Studios is Muppets 3D. And the point of Hollywood Studios is Galaxy's Edge, which is arguably the best thing they've come up with so far.
But
And
before
it's also,
that, it was a weird place before Galaxy's Edge showed up, right?
well, I don't know. I mean, I thought that the Great Movie Ride was fantastic. I loved that thing.
It's very fun. You
So-
just ride around. You're in a car, right? Or in like a trolley that takes
yeah,
you
it's
through
got-
old Hollywood movies.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's gone now. I mean, but you got to see the Wicked Witch of the West, and we're in Wizard of Oz. That part alone
Whoa.
was so cool.
That's
And
cool.
now it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is a mouthful, but it looks so beautiful. I
Yeah?
missed it by a week.
Oh.
I can't remember. I missed it by a couple of days, and there were like cast member previews, and I kept trying to weasel my way in, but I couldn't. They wouldn't let me.
Aw.
Keep
All right.
trying.
One last hot take.
You have to.
You should read this one.
Okay. Ohana is the best restaurant at Disney World, Florida. That's from Stephanie Malek, host of the Fandom Show.
What is your hot take on the dining at Disney World? And have you been to Ohana?
Have I been to Ohana? No, I haven't been to Ohana. But I mean, like everywhere you go is great. Like, you know what I mean? Like for the most part, there's some that are like better than others, but I mean, I've never had a bad time. Like I've never had a bad dining experience.
Do you have a
At Disney.
favorite?
I don't know that I do. I
Wow.
I really meant to go to the Hoop-Dee-Doo show, and I didn't do it last time I was there, and I was
What
bummed
is the
about it.
Hoop-Dee-Doo show?
Good question.
It's you got to look it up. I can't. It's like a dinner theater, and
Okay.
it's like a cowboy country review kind of thing.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it looks super fun, and I've never done it. So,
Where is it?
great question. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I get on. You know what I mean? Like I get on a bus and it takes me there.
Fair.
That's very legitimate. Very, very legitimate.
Oh, well, thank you for entertaining. Ohana's a family-style Polynesian restaurant at the Polynesian Resort. It's delicious. Everyone should go. Get tickets in advance. Get
Is that-
reservations.
It's in Florida, but what is the one in California on the Polynesian Resort that has the dinner show?
I don't know.
Because I've
never
done that one, and that's a great time too.
Probably great food there too. Oh, Disney's wonderful. I love
Oh,
Disney.
Worker B is saying, is Hoop-Dee-Doo at Fort Wilderness? That makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
That does make
that
sense,
makes
yeah.
sense.
That's where all the wildernessy stuff is.
All right, we are at our very last question. If someone was about to go to a Disney park for the first time, what advice would you give them?
I mean, I guess it depends on which park, but like, there's so many things. There's like, you know, booking your fast passes and all that kind of stuff. But I would just say, like, manage your expectations and like learn to enjoy lineups. Like, I might be the only person I know that like, I don't mind lining up for things. Like, especially if you're there, either way, if I'm there alone, I really enjoy the company. And if I'm going with somebody else, I probably really enjoy the company. So, you know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
like, why are you getting so hot about being in a line and like getting on a thing? Like, what else are you doing? Like, do you really need to get on a ride right now? You need to do a million rides right away. Like that, like that's a fun jokey attitude. Like, I like to joke that I'm like that, but I'm not actually like that. Like, I'm just kind of happy to be at the park and enjoying the park and like enjoying the company of whoever I'm with.
The line is part of the ride. It's designed to be part of the ride. So you're on the ride.
Yeah.
You're a part of it.
Yeah.
That's just
And,
the
you know,
experience.
And talk to the person you're with. Maybe you like them.
Maybe it's your second date and therefore your relationship is not cursed.
Yeah, right.
Unless you kiss at midnight and then it becomes cursed.
It's the opposite.
It's the opposite. Oh.
Reverse.
And on the third date, it goes back to the first way. And every
So
odd
you gotta
one,
keep doing it.
yeah, every odd date you have to kiss at midnight. Every
Okay.
even date. Yeah.
It's a bit of a
So
pyramid scheme.
we're gonna go through spells where we're like not really good for each other, and then we kiss and everything's fine.
Yeah. Very complicated, yeah, but you know what
Okay.
love isn't.
Disney's put a lot
yeah.
of work into this.
I can handle the roller coaster of this. Yeah.
It's the truest ride. Love.
Perfect.
Did we do it? We did it.
Mark, thank you so much for being here. Where can people find you? Anything you want to plug?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a podcast. Miriam, who is in the chat, hosts a podcast. Me and Miriam and our friend Chris Bond have a podcast called We Like Theme Parks, and we're on Instagram with We Like Theme Parks, and you can find us at welikethemeparks.com. I also have a podcast with my pal Jason, where we talk about Monday Night Raw. So we talk about wrestling every week, and my goodness, that thing is making less and less sense as the minutes go by. So, if you want to hear us lose our minds watching a thing week after week, not understanding what we're looking at, there's that.
I do want that, actually.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Amazing.
It's just us banging our heads against the table. And what else? Oh, and I'm on Instagram. So you can find me on Instagram. Mark M. Andrada on Instagram.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We are also on the internet. So feel free to reach out to us if you're enjoying this. I'm at Stephanie_Malek with a PH, not an F.
I'm at the Kyah Green. There are others, but I'm the one.
And if you want to, for some reason, follow the Gatekeeper, he is at Filipe Dimas. This show runs every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Next week, we are joined by the incredibly funny Jocelyn Getty. I promoted last week because I made a mistake, but we are with Jocelyn Getty of I Hate It, But I Love It podcast, the Beaverton and New Eden, talking about my most recent fandom, She-Ra, the Princesses of Power. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
It's going to be fun. I will host alone. That is how
I
that's
won't be able
going
to
to
talk.
go.
I'll be so excited.
Because Steph will be literally operating at a high-pitched squee that only She-Ra fan dogs can hear.
Oh,
But it's going to be a very, very good time. In fact, if you're a fan of She-Ra, please feel free to reach out to us over the interwebs, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter or on the comments to this video, and give us some hot opinions that you might want us to deal with on the show. If you have thoughts on She-Ra or specific episodes or specific fandom stuff, feel free to get in touch with us. Tell us what it is. And we'll have our resident fans react to it. So get yourself on the show. Also, quick reminder, we can't do this without your support. So please keep listening, keep watching, and consider supporting the show by buying a virtual ticket at baddogtheater.com/the Fandom Show. That's how we make it all happen. So help us do that. The theme is Sparkle Mountain by Andrew Wong, tech by Connor Lowe, the one and only, bumpers by Sean Murray, produced by Bad Dog Theater and Cardboard Sword Collective, which is us. And for a full list of upcoming episodes, in case you have any more hot takes you want to throw our way, please visit baddogtheater.com/the Fandom Show.
and remember, Like what you like, love what you love, and tell absolutely everyone about it. We've been the Fandom Show. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Mark. Bye.